And I say, hey, 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 leave it like we're renegades. Hey, 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 leave it like we're renegades.
Alright, so starting off with a 5mm hook, I am going to chain 33, and we want to make sure that our chain is as flat as possible, and we're going to slip stitch into the very first stitch that we made, just to enclose this circle. And you really want to make sure that it is the same direction all the way around and it didn't get twisted at all. Now what we're going to do is half double crochet into every single stitch all the way around. So just a reminder, half double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. That is your first half double crochet. Now we're gonna do that in every single stitch all the way around. Okay, so once we've made it all the way back around with our first row, we're gonna count up to 1, 2, and we're gonna slip stitch into the top stitch of the very first half double crochet that we made, and that will join the whole thing together. So this is your first round of half double crochets, and we're going to do this one more time before we actually start making our breast cancer awareness ribbons. Okay, so before we make our final slip stitch into this top stitch of the half double crochet that we made in order to link these 2 sides together, before we do that, we're actually going to switch our yarn color. So I'm actually just going to take the pink that I know that I want to make the ribbon out of, and I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm just going to put that over my hook. And because I still want this row to be white, I am going to still yarn over with my white when I do my slip stitch. I'm going to yarn over with the white, and I'm going to pull through both colors. So at this point, now we've secured our second color onto the row, and I can start using that as my main color. We can in fact cut off this white, and now we can start making our ribbons. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 9 times. So next we're going to skip this chain space, and we're going to count over 1, 2 spots, and we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd spot away from the chain space. Now we're going to chain up 9 again, and then we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd stitch away from the chain space. And you're going to continue doing this all the way along your circle. So once you've made it all the way back around, what you want to do is chain up 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here comes the fun part of making the ribbons. So taking the first chain of 9 that you made, what you're going to do is you're going to twist it into that ribbon shape. It can be a little bit tricky, but what we want to do is single crochet into this space right here 2 times. So 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. And then we're going to chain 1. And we are going to do the same thing. Continue doing that all the way around into each twisted chain space to create our cute little ribbons. All right, so once we've made it all the way back around, we're gonna count up 4 from the chain that we made in the beginning. We made a chain of 5 in the beginning, and we're gonna count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna single crochet into that stitch. But before we do, we want to actually change back to our white color. So taking the white yarn that we used before, make a slip stitch, place it on. We're still gonna use the pink to pull through. And now we've secured our white string back on. At this point, you can cut your pink string. Okay, so now that we have switched our colors, we're gonna take the white yarn that we just put onto our hook, and we're gonna half double crochet into every single stitch all the way around, just like we did for this bottom section. And we're gonna make 2 rows doing exactly the same thing. All right, so once you've made your last slip stitch, you can go ahead and cut your yarn and tuck in any loose ends. I would recommend going back and making sure that all of your ribbons are centered so that they can lay perfectly and they don't look all jumbly and people can tell what they are. And there you go, a really cute and easy tutorial on how to make a breast cancer awareness cup cozy. Now, I'm sure you can change out the colors for any ribbon color and it will still work just the same. I'd love to see your recreations of this cup cozy. So if you happen to make any, let me know because I'd love to see pictures of them.
Run away with me.